Competition, one, two, three, go! As a developer, programmer, or software engineer, does market competition and market saturation bother you? Today, whether it's business or career, everyone, including you, me, he, she, or they, are all facing this high or tremendous market competition and market saturation. Now, let me tell you that in our huge IT industry, there is no shortage of big talent, skilled developers, software engineers that has unmatchable knowledge and skill set. But what? Many don't want to face the race. Many don't want to participate just because they lack in confidence, just because of fear. There is a famous Roman poet named Ovid, not COVID, okay? He says, a horse never runs so fast as when he has other horses to catch up and outpace. This means that a little bit of competition, makes us perform a little bit better. As an experienced IT professional or a beginner, if you are struggling to acquire international clients just because of market saturation and market competition, then after watching this video, all the problems related to market saturation and market competition will be out of your life, and you will also be able to gain or win IT projects in bulk. Yes. So watch this video until the end, as I'm going to share 4 solutions on how you can be that horse who wins the race most of the time. Hi, if you have come first time on this channel, then my name is Prashant and I'm founder of WinTech Projects. And on this channel, we discuss several new and interesting topics on how to win IT projects in bulk. In today's video, we are going to discuss a key challenge faced by the coders, that is market competition and market saturation. Now, healthy competition can motivate and inspire us, and unhealthy competition can lead to self-defeat and negative attitude. Bill Gates says, whether it's Google or Apple or free software, we have got some fantastic competitors and it keeps us on our toes. In my opinion, you can win the competition only if you participate. And by the way, winning is not important all the time. Sometimes you may lose the competition, but the hope and the confidence that you gain by participating in the competition will keep you moving forward and also help you find ways to victory and success. And according to IT industry leaders, to face the market competition and market saturations, you need to ask 4 questions to yourselves and get prepared for. So the first question that you will ask yourself and get prepared for is how niche your specialization is. Now everyone knows what is a niche, correct? Now what these industry leaders are saying, they are saying that instead of focusing on all the skills, the range of skills, or covering all the portfolio together, you should concentrate or focus on only the niche that is your area of specialization and your interest level is high. The benefit of doing this is that you will stand out as an expert in particular area and reduce the direct competition and have chances that your competition will choose you directly. Now recently I met Sarah, who is a developer and AI chatbot specialist. Now Sarah is a talented developer with a passion of AI and chatbot development. Now instead of competing with a broad web development field, she chose to specialize in developing advanced AI-based chatbots for e-commerce industry. Isn't that interesting? Now let's see how Sarah implements this niche. Now she says that she invests her time in learning AI frameworks, NLP, and APIs of e-commerce businesses. And then she created a portfolio where she can put all the projects which are related to AI chatbots. She also shares her case studies and her customer stories on her online platforms, which showcases that how her chatbots improved the e-commerce businesses, how the chatbots were able to improve their customer experiences, how it reduced the overall workload and increased the sales for e-commerce businesses. Today, Sarah is a very well-known AI chatbot specialist in the e-commerce industry, and she is getting tremendous referral businesses. And on top of everything, she is able to charge the premium rates that she is always looking for. The only reason is that Sarah is able to deliver the value that clients are always seeking for. So I'm sure that if you build up your niche and specialization, there is no market competition or saturation that can bother you. So let's now move to the point number 2, the question that you should ask yourself and get answer for. How successfully do you network and build relationships? Now, one must network within their industry. That means whenever you see that there are any online webinars going on, whether there are any online communities or forums that are talking about industry, you should try to participate in this kind of activities where people within the IT industries, they are sharing some knowledge. There is an exchange of information, and I'm sure that with this kind of networking, you will be also able to develop some solid and long-lasting relationships. Now let me share with you a story of an iOS developer, Manas. Now Manas is a specialized in iOS development. Now, as he is a company owner and also a specialized developer, he says that he attends some industry-related workshops and meetups. He also attends some conferences and sometimes local meetups which are specifically related to iOS development. Now, this kind of engagement in form of discussions can lead a visibility, like people will watch your answers and you will build a reputation of a knowledgeable expert, isn't it? Now, from time to time, he also actively seeks for collaborative opportunities. So, for example, when he is not able to find any specific projects for his specific needs, he will join with some IT companies, he will collaborate with some IT companies, he will also associate with some developers, let's say for example Android developer or maybe any other PHP developer, WordPress developer or Java, Python, any other specialized skill developer, and exchange the projects when they are in need of iOS development. Isn't this also very fruitful? Not only this, he also says that he has a very professional LinkedIn profile which is built up very beautifully, where he showcases all his iOS development skilled portfolio. So in this way, Manas has built a strong network of developers, designers, other IT professionals, and some entrepreneurs who are willing to share the projects when it comes to iOS development with him. And he has an upper hand to develop this niche, or you can say his specialty, and provide value to the project. Today I can say that Manas has secured a very nice position as a professional. When it comes to iOS development, people rely on him. I know that sometimes networking and building relationship is a little bit time consuming, and you might also feel that, oh, why I should, initiate the conversation, or what should I say to start in a conversation. But believe me, the moment you start introducing yourself, even in a very simpler manner, the people will acknowledge this, they will know you, and that will be your first step of networking and building relationships. Now let's move on to the third question that you need to ask yourself and be prepared for, and that is, how effective is your communication and how you offer your support. Now I've seen IT entrepreneurs literally failing in this area. They really are not able to understand how to communicate effectively with their clients, how they should send the proposals, or how they should send a first message. Sometimes I have also seen that that people in the IT industry, they are quite skeptical of what kind of responses they will receive from the client. So now, it becomes pointless to think about what kind of responses you will receive. Until and unless you start with something, you will not be able to understand whether you want to tweak your next message or whether you want to improvise, right? So in my opinion, to begin with some message is very, very important. Of course, there are some professional templates that I also share with my community. And if you want to use ready templates about emails or messages, you can go in the description. There is a link there, and I have provided some templates that you can start using as your first email. Now let me share with you an interesting story about a developer whose name is Arohi, and she specialized as a responsive developer. Now Arohi is a front-end developer, and she is also very good in communication. Her customer service is also acknowledged, and which is one of her strengths. And therefore she concentrates on building long-lasting relationships with the clients. She says that she communicates her scope of the project very clearly. That's the first point. It's very, very important, right? To understand the scope of the project so that you can absolutely give them the right project pricing, right? And also communicate effectively in the next stages of the project, correct? She was listening actively about the needs and the concerns from the client side. She was able to understand more about the client's expectations, and she was pointing out, listing all the points together so that she can formulate an answer or a response based on the inputs. She always checks with the client that whether the project is moving in the right direction or whether there is any tweak or there is any change required, so that there should not be any last moment changes, at the end of the project and then losing the time, energy, effort, money, everything. Most importantly, I see that Arohi was able to meet the expectations well, whether it is timeliness, whether it is responses, whether it is deliverable. Many a times she says that she was going a little bit extra mile. So for example, if client is looking for some enhancement, she used to just simply do it free of cost, not even charging anything. She was also suggesting some improvements in the project. And after finishing everything, Arohi also provided the documentation for all the project deliverable. Now this helps clients understand the project deliverable and also manage the project from his end in the future also. And who will not like to have this kind of developer? In the current situation, Arohi has developed amazing network. Whatever I see or whatever I hear within her network, that people are talking about her skill set, her responsiveness, about her project deliverable, about her suggestions in the improvement or maybe any extra development that she is offering. So the value that she is providing to the industry is amazing, because in today's world, people are looking for a reliable partner and also seeking for not just a developer, but a kind of collaborative person who can ally with their vision. I'm sure that this example will help you to move in the right direction when it comes to communication and being responsive. In one of my previous videos, I have also discussed about the problems in the communication area. So if you are facing any difficulty in the communication area, you can click on this link, check this video, because I have shared the big problems in the IT industry who are facing in the area of communication. I'm sure with the help of this video, you will be able to understand how to avoid the problems when it comes to communication, and it can also open doors to new opportunities. So now let's come to the last but not the least, point number 4. How do you learn and enhance your skills? Now, while facing the market competition and the market saturation, it's very important to stay abreast or stay tuned with the latest trends, with the latest technologies, what's going on in the market, what kind of new programming languages are coming up, what kind of new technologies people are using, how the technology is expanding and growing, how AI, IoT, ML, or blockchain are improving day by day. Even if you follow some latest industry trends, it will give you a lot of information. Now, a developer from India called Javed, who is specialized into full stack development, or I can say he is a full stack innovator, and this is what he shares when it comes to learning and enhancement. Now, Javed replied to me that he likes to learn from online courses, some workshops and tutorials. He is a geek, I would say. He likes to learn new programming languages. So he likes to follow the tech blogs, the forums and online communities. He says this because of all this information that he gains from this online medium, it helps sometimes to adjust his skill set, which is in demand. For example, there is a change in the market, change in the demand. Once he knows the new information from the market, he can easily adapt to the change. Isn't that interesting? There are many more things that he does, like he participates in the hackathon, he does participate in some sort of competition, like which is based on some full stack programming, some coding challenges, and he will be able to develop all the solutions to the new problems in the market. And in this new challenging world, with the changes in the time and technology, of course, Javed is someone who is highly needed for developing new ideas for any businesses. So I wish all these specialists, Sarah, Arohi, Javed and Manas best wishes in their career, and I hope and I wish that they keep on growing, and I also wish you guys to join in this expert community and you try to improve and enhance your skill set to fall in this kind of leadership community. I hope that with all these real examples, you can ask your inner self that if you are able to at least implement not all but at least few points from whatever we discussed from this video, I am sure that there will be a first step to create the difference in the market. Also, do not hesitate to contact me directly if you feel you have any questions that you want to discuss with me personally. Now let me ask you a question here. Now out of these 4 solutions we discussed today in this video, what solution do you think is the most productive or useful to your own journey? So the point number 1 is how niche your specialization is. Point number 2, how successfully do you network and build relationship? Number 3, how effective is your communication and offer support? And the last point number 4, how do you learn and enhance your skills? Or do you think all are important? So I'll wait for your comments and I will make sure that I respond to your comments. If you like this video, please click on the like button right now and also hit the bell icon to subscribe my channel. On this channel, we discuss several new and interesting topics on how we can win the IT projects in bulk. And also don't forget about that horse. Always try to be the part of the race. Okay? Do not quit or do not stay away or don't wait long for the responses. Always keep moving and keep fighting the competition and the market saturation. So that's it in this video, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Soon I'll bring another topic which is very, very interesting for our industry. Until then, I wish you all happy winning, happy rehashing. Goodbye and take care.